Hello everyone and welcome to what's going to be a brand new campaign on the channel. So it's been quite a while, I have to say, but I moved, then I got sick, then I couldn't be bothered to actually properly set up the microphone, which, yeah, it is a brand new setup, so let me know how it sounds. In my tests it did sound better, but unfortunately it always sounds different when I'm actually playing, so consider it a work in progress. But yeah, unfortunately, even though it pains me greatly, I think I will have to give up and abandon the Greek campaign, which is really too bad because I really wanted to see how it would end up if I conquered all the opium producing provinces. But yeah, I basically had two options: either continue on the old patch, which doesn't sound really exciting, or restart with the new DLC, which is not particularly great either, especially since Greece doesn't really feel like a good nation to show off like global trade and companies and treaties, since they are so small at the beginning. Japan might not be a so great start for that either, but more on that later. What else? There is a public service announcement. There's going to be a new Victoria-free multiplayer campaign on 4X Games Discord server. It's somewhat roleplay. I guess you could say it's just roleplay focused, to be honest. So not too much min-maxing, not too much competition. You're pretty much guaranteed not to die unless you want to yourself. So good for first-time players. And it's if you're not playing a great power, you're not going to be like under much demand for writing stuff and so on. So I recommend joining. We'll be making a separate video about that, but I think there's going to be a limit on how many players can play, probably based on what's reasonable for a Paradox multiplayer. So there's going to be a link in the comments. So yeah, Japan. I think in this campaign, there's not going to be really hard rules, so I might expand into like Korea and Taiwan, maybe Philippines, but ideally I would prefer to stay on the Japanese islands with Hokkaido, of course. And I will want to focus on trying to gain as much power as possible through treaties. We shall see how it ends up being in practice through like enforcing them or maybe just agreeing them with other nations. I'm also wondering how possible it is going to be to try to maybe dominate the military goods market, global market, and try to, just force everyone to buy weapons from me. So when they fight the war, they're going to end up without any ammunition and so on. I'm not sure how possible it is. I haven't played any campaign on the newest patch, which, shows how much behind I am. It's been, 2 weeks since I think it's been more. I'm not going to check right now. I also haven't played any campaigns as Japan, which honestly is kind of surprising. I played a few Japanese campaigns on Victoria 2, but not here. So hopefully the journal entries are not going to make me hate the system again, which honestly might happen. We shall see. So let's take a look at Japan. So unfortunately, they start with isolationism, which, as I said, not a great way to show off the new mechanics. Also, they have no companies. They do start with 2 treaties. So, yay. I mean, they're not really that consequential, just looking at the numbers of goods being traded. And I saw, yeah, you can see that we're losing 1,500 pounds more or less from those treaties, because we are the cost of buying this stuff and how much we're earning when we're selling this stuff in other markets. But really not that significant in the grand scheme of things. Isolationism, while obviously terrible, does have very nice bonus of plus 50% authority and 25% taxation capacity. You can see authority is through the roof. Otherwise, pretty typical unrecognized nation stuff. We do have freedom of conscience, which might be nice. Otherwise, really nothing special. I guess we start with frontier colonization, which does mean we have an institution we probably will want to remove because our population is pretty decent. So this is pretty significant cost of bureaucracy. So as soon as we get Hokkaido, I guess we will try to get rid of it, which might not be... we shall see. Might be doable. Might be pretty difficult. Yeah, we also do start with a pretty significant army, and I think I will be removing most of it. And if someone declares on us, then we will do like in like between XCOM 1 and 2. We will just let the aliens have their way with us. And we'll see how it goes. I should be trying to maybe unpause somewhat before the 10 minutes mark. Actually, it's just 6 minutes so far, so I'm just going pretty fast. Let's start with the typical industrialization start. Let's build a bunch of logging camps in Kanto. And there's a bunch of them in Tohoku as well. Iron is here. Coal, unfortunately, only in Kyushu, but not the end of the world. Coal is the least relevant at this point of industrialization. Also, yeah, what tech should I be going for? Yeah, pretty typical for an Asian nation, I guess. At this point, low market access can actually be good for industrialization because you can make the price for tools really low in just like 2 provinces. So going for stocks exchange could be actually... I mean, I'm not sure how really relevant it is, but there is a positive to not having market access at this point. I'm wondering whether I should go for public schools, maybe try to pass them, or just go for railways as soon as possible. And if I'm going for railways, do I go just straight for atmospheric engine or fill the first age first? Is it H1 or H0? Previous age. Era 1. It is H1. I guess might as well just fill them up. I don't really have any mines right now. It should take like 4 years with the technology spread to get this done. Or maybe even 3. And then straight for the ring engine. Probably the best idea would be to go straight for it, but let's try to be a bit more efficient with the technology points. Why not? And also, I definitely want to spend at least some of this authority. So let's look at consumption taxes. You guys are not going to believe how much taxes Ban can put. Yeah, why not? We're going to have so much money? Yeah, isolationism for early industrialization. I think there is some nice stuff you can get out of it. Guess this might as well just get some micro with decrease. I think Tohoku is going to be the next region. So basically my plan for early industrialization is to build a region with tool workshops, logging camps, iron mines, which all feed off each other, and build as much as possible until I reach the limit of infrastructure, which and over here is quite a lot. The base population is just pretty huge. And then do the same in Tohoku until we get railways, which might be quite a while. Also, I will need more construction. And getting too much construction in one place is problematic because it all uses infrastructure. Wait, we have universities already? Aren't they? Oh, I guess not everyone starts with academia? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because not everyone gets access to all of those immediately. Okay, I guess that's nice. Nah, it's way too early to go for any universities. But that's interesting. I think Japan used to start with some kind of education institution. So now instead of that, they just get a tech. And I guess this journal entry, which is fine. We also have pretty good starting literacy, so that's going to be helpful. Yeah, actually, I definitely want to start with... They changed the order of things here? Possibly? No, I'm just crazy. Let's start with construction for sure. And on pause. Didn't make it before 10-minute mark, but whatever. Also, small adjustments. Definitely lower the military wages. Subsidies to port. How useful is it when I'm not trading with anyone? Oh, they changed the order here. Yeah, so those ports are not doing anything, if I understand correctly. So might as well just lower this one. I guess I should also take a look through the production methods and see if there's something weird I might have to adjust. Are we producing any tools locally? No, we are getting some... Wait, what? Oh, we need it for the treaty. Okay, so we're actually supplying the stuff ourselves as well. Okay, sure. Might as well keep it then. Okay, so it's China providing us with tools and we're giving them lead. Okay, I was hoping we are making some tools ourselves. Are we using any tools? No, so we could be... Actually, what does happen when we're not fulfilling this stuff? It's not really telling me what the penalty is for not fulfilling this stuff. Well, I'm sure it's going to be fine. Okay, they can just sit like this. I think getting this is going to be a good idea. Yeah, let those shipyards actually do something. Yeah, this is all fine. We're going to get those techs. And we are producing some glass, it looks like. Yeah, so we could in theory switch to this, but I don't think there would be really that much benefit. So it's a bit too early. Yeah, and as soon as I get a few logging camps here, I'm going to get a tool workshop, which is going to be allowing me to switch logging camps to tools, and then get iron mine to switch tools to iron tools, and so on. It's just going to be feeding off itself a little bit. I think I'll be able to afford quite a few construction sectors. Might as well... It's 9 targets. It's... So this one means it's building in one? Yeah, 9 targets and it's building in one. Okay, that's fine. It's like... oh yeah, 9 available targets, 2 active. Makes sense. Decent UI. I'm not really sure if it's really that useful. I mean, I guess when you're building like electricity, could be somewhat useful. Yeah, let's just remove like maybe 20 units for now. this is, yeah, not working. I guess I can switch the livestock ranches to butchering tools. Should be doing fine. Wait, what? We are still having some problems with this, with those convoys. I'm not really understanding what's going on. And also we are missing clippers. Guess maybe the fishing wharves were a bit of an overkill. Let's see, how much more do you guys need? 35, so I would probably need to build an additional building here. Yeah. And that would be a lot of effort for not that much benefit. On the other hand, the fish is pretty nice to have. The food is really cheap in our market, damn. And right now it doesn't really matter because I'm just... Oh, okay. Got some logging camps done. That's fine. Right now I only need construction. Because I need to be... I cannot go into debt. Because even though I love going into debt, you know me, 30% interest rate is not ideal, to say the least. So I will be focusing on staying afloat, but I'm going to reach my gold reserve limit. So right now I just need to go as high on construction as possible. Government wages, really, probably not useful at all at this point. An additional 2k. Could also increase taxes, though it would be quite painful. Also, government, can I make something better? I can. 90, that's really good. Just stay on this, because that's going to be a lot of loyalists in the landowners interest group, which is going to make doing some stuff that they don't like really easy, at least for like 1 or 2 changes of laws. You guys are no longer building construction, which is a problem. It was the shift for 5, I remember well. I might as well get this logging camp, fine, whatever. It's going to help a little bit with the price for construction. Yeah, as long as this is positive. I'm going a bit too much on construction right now, but I do have 2 millions in reserve. So that should be fine, I think. I mean, probably I should be doing some reforms as well. But I haven't played in a while, so let's take it a bit slow. And allow things to get back to me. I got the new... Wait, what? Isn't this that thing? Oh no, it's just plus 25% cotton. It's this one. And that's giving me new production methods. Belgium joined the British Empire. Oh yeah, this is going to be another interesting thing. To see what AI does on the newest patch, because there's always some crazy stuff. Yeah, I wonder, I mean, they might well become the British vassal from this. And yeah, China, of course, getting cracked, which apparently doesn't always happen. Like, Great Britain doesn't always take Hong Kong, so we shall see if they do it in this campaign. Yeah, obviously, Cheng is a great target for bullying with treaties, but I mean, the main target are going to be the great powers. Of course, the Europeans. And we got the people dying. Yeah, I guess this one is just better items from radicals. I thought the Chinese weren't supposed to be invaded through Tibet anymore, but I guess it's still somehow happening. there anything interesting in here? No. Same old, same old. Okay, losing 7k, which is going to get way worse in a second. So let's remove those. Get a few more logging camps. Not really fascinating gameplay right now, I don't think, but how have you guys been the last few months? Also let me know if there are any like technical issues. The first time I started stream, I realized the game was only taking quarter of the actual like screen space, because I also have 2 screens now, so that's nice. It's going to be really nice for the streams. And yeah, at this point I think some tools would be nice. And actually I'm going to change order here. And yeah, move this up a little bit. Yeah, this is going to be nice. I think I might need even 2 tooling workshops. Yeah, losing money fast, but it's going to get better with lowering price of food, which is going to be happening very, very soon. And how are we doing when it comes to infrastructure? Yeah, you can see it's those construction sectors are taking a lot of infrastructure. You build them very fast, so it doesn't feel like it, but it's a bit painful when you cannot build railroads. So what state modifiers do we have? Edo Bay. So this looks pretty nice. And Kanto Plain. 15 infrastructure, always nice. Seta Inland Sea. In all of those, that's really good. And Nara Basin infrastructure, that's sure. And 10% coal, it's always nice. And coal in Hokkaido as well. Pretty good. Let's remove more army. This is a responsible way of managing my finances. And granted, those armies don't really cost that much because the regular infantry doesn't use any goods, but still quite a bit of money in wages, which, like, realistically is not going to be really useful either way, because if someone invades us, they're going to be wrecking me anyways. And wait, actually I have plenty of 30 more. Unfortunately, not really good targets for additional taxes. So I guess it's edict's time. I could, well. So one thing, this is going to be if someone related to Ainu. Ainu are a really small minority, I think, right? Yeah, they are irrelevant. And you are in the air, and I really don't like you. You can become enlightened royalist. Well, that's really nice. I mean, realistically, is it that nice? Because I'm going to be staying in Japan, changing the culture laws, it's not really that important. Monarchy staying, not that important. Switching to protected speech would be nice, but that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, I guess it's nice that he's not a traditionalist, but he's still part of the shogunate, so not that much of a change in the grand scheme of things. And hey, the balance is already looking better. And now it's looking worse. I guess I can do those. Oh, yeah. So one thing I could do is just spam promote social mobility everywhere to get the education access. So I would need a bunch more. I mean, this is barely any money. Those two are actually decent. I'm not sure if considering if there's is decent, and Japan does have a decent amount of states, though I often do it with you can get like promote social mobility in every state as Iran. I mean, I'm not sure if we are the #1 literate state in the world. What is the current education access of the population, actually? Let's check laborers, because, you know, peasants are in a bad enough situation. Education access, 43. Oh, I have timed access plus 25. And for how long is it, actually? Add to contract fishery system. Okay, where's the education thing? What? Japanese shogunate. Timed modifiers. And it's not showing up here. It's going to show up somewhere here. Hey, he's got kidney stones. Always fun. This guy is meticulous and ambitious. Oh no, that's not the heir. Of course. The heir is probably meticulous as well and pious. Okay, that's nice. Always nice to have plus 5% bureaucracy. Not sure where the bonus to literacy is supposed to be. So I think actually removing this, the population here is not that. No, it's actually 3 million. Okay. Would be nice to get at least on Kyushu as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be actually doable. Without, I mean, still not that much money. I'm just so used to starting as tiny nations that 800 pounds feels like a lot, but even with our unrecognized start, we are making over 50k per week, so that's actually not too bad. Yeah. I'm not sure. It feels like I'm half-assing this and not committing enough to industrialization, but whatever. Just need to get back into stuff. Get the feel for the game again. Yeah, let's look into the tooling situation. They're going to be using 45 tools. And you guys are not producing any tools, but you will be in a second, I'm pretty sure. And you could be, in theory, using iron as well. Yeah, start producing. Good, good, good. Here as well. I don't remember how much are you going to be producing? 30 tools. That should be fine, I think. Well, not quite, but close enough. Let's get the iron mines as well. They're going to be producing right now not that much iron. So I think I might as well go for 2 in both of them. And switch the tooling workshops. Doubling the production of tools. Peasant movement. Yeah, I guess let's remove them. I'm wondering, yeah, I guess historically the way it's supposed to go is I'm supposed to be opened by foreign power. Oh! A new shogun. And he's enlightened realist. Okay, nice. I guess. Doesn't really change. And a new heir, which is petite bourgeoisie Democrat. Okay, that's random. I think the chance to not get either the clergy or landowners heir in my current situation is pretty damn low, but I got a Democrat as well. Sure. I mean, I'm not going not Bessemer process. That's actually kind of useless. Yeah, let's go for the railway. And I got... no. I didn't get Empirism. Which, honestly... Yeah, maybe I should go for Empirism. I'm just going all over the place. Well, should I go for trade capacity? I literally cannot trade. That's not going to be changing much. But I think minus 15% decree cost is going to be really nice. Yeah, because I just get a new decree for free. And the nice thing about decrees is once you actually set them in, they're just going to be staying there for the... even if you go below 0 with authority. Is private construction doing anything? Rice farms. Sure, nice. So, yeah, let's get all of those. Not that much logging available, actually. I think it's going to be quite a while before we get more the more productive constructive method, production method in constructive sectors. But I think we will need more tools. %100% legitimacy, that's really nice. Yeah, the loyalists doesn't look that much on the... So it is only from 1839. Okay, I think I'm going to cut this session a bit short, just to make sure I don't have too many technical issues. So yeah, thanks for watching. I feel like I'm a bit out of things when it comes to recording, but hopefully I'm going to be back after a session or two. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and see you on the next one.